everybody, it is your girl here, Genuinely Divine, coming at you today with a video all about the Cuspies. Yes, I'm definitely trying to finish up my Cuspy series. I'm working, you guys. Been moving kind of slow, and I definitely want to complete this Cuspy series. On my last video, I did not state that you're only one sun sign by degrees, okay? But you do have the influence of the planet that was crossing over during your time of birth, okay? So that is why I create the Cuspy videos, because me, myself, I'm a Cuspy. I was born March 21st, which is the very first day for Pisces. And the very first day for Aries and the ending day for Pisces. So definitely have the influence of Pisces. I have strong influences of Pisces, okay? A lot of times I feel like I'm more Pisces than I am Aries, okay? So that's the same for you guys. Today we're going to be doing Libra-Scorpio Cuspies. And those of you who were born between October 18th through, October 19th through the 25th. Sometimes it can be from October 18th to the 27th. It all depends. You will have to let me know, because if you feel like you can resonate with this video and you're born on the 18th or the 17th, then maybe you do have some of the influences also, okay? All right. So also, you guys, please remember to like and to subscribe to my channel. Share my content, you guys, with your friends. If you know someone that's born on this cusp, share it, let them hear it, okay? Yeah, so let's go ahead and get started. Starting out, you have Libra, that is ruled by Venus, you know, and then you have Scorpio, that's ruled by Pluto. So you have the energies of Venus as well as Pluto. Venus is all about love and abundance, you know, and Libra, the sign itself, is all about togetherness. You know, they like usually codependent. They are like polar opposite to Aries. Aries is like the independent sign, and Libra is like the codependent sign, where they always feel like they need someone. Libras can sometimes be very lazy, and Aries are very active. You know, they're like polar opposites. Pluto is a planet of transformations. Cold planet, black planet, you know, is a very dangerous planet also. It is the actual ruler of Scorpio. It actually rules Scorpio. So with Pluto and Venus together, oh God, that's how you get the cusp of drama and criticism, and that is the Libra-Scorpio Cuspy. So these people can sometimes be very critical. They're very critical people. They're the type of people to overreact a lot. You know, they dramatize situations, you know. They're the type of people you just really cannot, you can never really case them for real. Like, you got the Libra side that's really charming and really sweet and loving and kind and really want that togetherness. Then you have Scorpio, who's very emotional. Scorpios are very deep. And when I say deep, they're like emotionally deep. So when they feel something, they feel it with a very strong intensity, okay? So a lot of times, Scorpios with this Cuspy, these people can be the type to they can be manipulative to a certain extent, okay? What they do is they use their charming smiles and their charming nature to get you into their arms. And then, you know, they really genuinely are good people, you know, but they just really don't know how to balance out these two energies. And if you don't, it's really, really difficult. And even if you do try to find a balance, it's still difficult. But anyway, they get you into your arms, and then their Scorpio side comes out. Once the Libra Scorp falls in love, they fall really, really deep, almost to the point of obsession. You know, they can become obsessive over your love, and that's because of Scorpio and Pluto being there. And also your relationship can end abruptly, like really fast, with no warnings, basically, a lot of times, because Pluto is like that. It's all about transformations. Wherever Pluto is in your chart. A lot of times it definitely does mean that in that area of your life, you're gonna have a lot of transformations. And with this being your sun sign, is basically your ego. With this being your ego, this is how Libra-Scorps are. They are the type of people, they're constantly changing. You know, you may see them one day and they're just like high up in the sky and they're just really happy and whatever, or one moment, and then the next moment they're just, you know, they're in a fog, they're in a mood, or they're just not happy, you know, they're not feeling the situation. Or these are the type where you can start off a mild conversation. The conversation is like, hi, how have you been, you know, whatever, and you know, you guys are talking really cool and everything is great, and then the next thing you know, the conversation can actually transpire into an explosive or a combative conversation, like just like that in an instant. Because again, these people are, this is the cusp of drama and criticism. So these people are very difficult on themselves as well as others. And they tend to just really overreact. And it's not that they really are seeking to overreact or really seeking attention like a Leo would, but they're just the type of people, they just, balancing these energies, they just can't. You got the fairness of Libra, you got the togetherness, the calmness, and just really wanting to keep peace and balance. And then you have Scorpio over here where they're just really stubborn and just things gotta go my way or the highway. No changing that. I'm in control, you know. It's, you know, and then it's like, either way, it's like, it's just not a good, it's just not a good fit. This is one of the most difficult cusp signs that I have basically ever studied. These are one of the most difficult ones. As far as like in the workplace though, these people can actually be great leaders. They actually can be great leaders because Scorpios, they like to be in charge. You know, Scorpio rules the 8th house, and a lot of they rule other people, like other people resources, you know, inheritances and things of that nature. They are like the type of people where they're very smart. They are very smart and they are very manipulative, and they can manipulate people into wanting to follow their lead. So in a business, this is good. In a personal relationship, not so good, okay? And then you have Libra, who is very charming, a very fair person who would definitely want to make sure everybody is treated equally. So as a leader, these cuspies can definitely thrive in their business. Any field that they work in, they can definitely thrive, okay? So in the home with your children, Libra-Scorpios can be, Libra-Scorps can be a little difficult. They can be a little hard, and then they can probably have kids that will definitely rebel against them. And the reason why I say that is because Libra has to have balance and togetherness, and Scorpio is very, very emotional. And when they want something done, they want it done. If your kids are like, no, dad, mom, I don't want to have supper tonight. I really just want to be by myself, or I want to eat my supper in my room or something. No, Libra-Scorpio is going to be like, you're going to have to sit at the table with your family. You're not going to have your phones. You're not going to have any devices. We're going to sit down as a family and we're going to talk. We're going to talk. And that's how it's going to be. There's no other way around it. That's how it's going to be. And so the kids is like probably like very irritated and frustrated, and they're sitting there, don't want to talk, don't want to be bothered. But the Libra-Scorp is going to basically force them to a certain extent to talk and to interact. And if they don't interact, then it can definitely become a problem. And then the Libra-Scorp can kind of like, you know, really discipline their children for not wanting to be a part. And then in all actuality, you should allow your children, if your children don't, I don't know, to a certain extent you have to teach your children to want to have family time, but forcing someone to do something is not going to give you it's not going to give you the effect that you were looking for. Because if someone doesn't want to talk to you or be around you, it doesn't matter if it's your kids or not, it is not going to be genuine. It's just going to be robotic, you know, just not genuine. But that's just how a Libra Scorp is. They definitely want to have family time, and they want everyone to be focused in, because Scorpios are real big on their families, and so are Libras. So when it comes to family, that's very important to this Cuspy. Family is a major part of their life and it's very important to them. So they're gonna make sure that they get family time, okay? So again, but they usually tend to be pretty supportive parents when it comes to finances, because they're like the type of people, they usually are hard workers. Even though Libras are lazy, you know, Scorpio has some get up with them, and Libras will also, they will work, and Scorpios will work, and they are very intelligent. Scorpios are very intelligent, and Libras are very like logical type people. So you put it together, you know, they're very smart people. So they definitely can be in the medical field. They definitely can be the type that's in some type of field where they make like good money, you know, really good money. Whatever it is that they choose to do, they're gonna pretty much be pretty well off, you know. They're gonna be decent, like, because they're good with money. They could be really good with money, you know. Not all, of course, there are other things to factor in, you know, that's in your chart, but just going off of Libra, Scorpio, Cuspies, okay, can be good with money. They can be the type where they may sometimes struggle. They may have a hard fall, because first of all, these Cuspies, you guys go through plenty of transformations, okay? Like, you may at one point in time, you have money just coming in like crazy, and you're doing good with the money, but then something can happen, not even of your own doing, that can cause you to have some type of financial fall. And then during that financial fall, you know, it's like you basically have to build yourself all the way back up. But this is the effects of Pluto. So this is something that you're going to constantly do. You're going to constantly rebuild yourself, whether it's through your finances, your home, where you live, your jobs. You know, maybe some of you constantly change jobs or whatever, or have had to change jobs that you really didn't want to change at one point in time in your life, and it was just something that just happened, and it just happened abruptly, like it just all of a sudden. But that's how Pluto works, you know. And having Pluto, you know, in your sun sign is definitely something that can occur in your life. And if it hasn't occurred, you will have effects like that. Anywhere Pluto is, you're gonna have those sudden changes, and you know, where you have to transform and you have to become a part of your situation. You have to become a new person. You constantly have to become a new person when you have Pluto here. So you Libra Scorps are probably constantly going through transformations, okay? Oh my God, the bedroom for Libra Scorps, this is like, now one thing about this cusp that is very, very positive. The most positive thing about this Cuspy will definitely be the sexuality of this Cuspy. These people, you got Libra, who love togetherness. You have Scorpio, who are just so deep and emotional. They feel things with an intensity, okay? These people, the guys will probably like last forever in the bedroom. They try any and every type position. I mean, they can keep going and going and going over and over and over and over and over and over again. The sex with these Cuspies will definitely be nothing short of amazing, like magnificent in all actuality, because everything that you can probably wish for and what you probably see in the movies, this is what you're going to pretty much experience with these Cuspies. It's like a fairy tale in the sex department. And a lot of times in relationships, that is what keeps a person clinging to the Libra Scorp, is because of the sex. The sex is amazing and it's obsessive. So also these Cuspies you guys can also become obsessive towards your mate. You guys sometimes are very insecure. You guys deal with a lot of insecurities, and even though you guys have no reason to be insecure, you're charming, and most of you guys are so good looking. You're very, very, like, even if you're not like amazingly good looking, you guys have something about you. You're sexual. It's like you guys just ooze sex. Like, you guys are incredibly sexy. Like, no one can deny that they're sexy, you know, that you guys are sexy. And again, like in relationships, the obsessions that you guys go through, that it sometimes it leads to a lot of jealousy, can lead to a lot of fights in the relationship for a lot of you guys, because sometimes you have your insecurity in these obsessions. That is like a not good combination. Jealous and you're obsessed, you know. Ugh. So the smallest thing can set this cusp off, and then they're gonna all go overboard. And a lot of times you guys stay inside of your head so much. It's like, because you're analyzing every single thing, and you become so critical. Because you are critical, you overanalyze, and then you feed off of the negativity rather than feeding off positivity, and then you end up, you know, becoming combative. And a lot of you guys, you guys can be abusive. You can be verbally abusive, physically abusive. A lot of you guys can become abusive, and that's with Scorpios. They just quick to anger, and it's with Pluto. Pluto is a very dangerous planet, very dangerous. So you have to be careful with how you deal with a Libra Scorp, you know, because they can become abusive. You know, and it's not like that's something that they want to become. It's just that it's something that's within them, and when they get really, really, really upset, it's like that first thing that may come to them is violence, and it's Pluto. So I hope a lot of you guys, like, I hope you guys are able to control that, you know. But in all actuality, it's something to keep in your head. And when you do get angry, to always realize that you sometimes overanalyze things, and you're overcritical of everything, yourself and everybody else, and especially situations. So keep that in your head at all times whenever you're dealing with something, you're dealing with someone. These people are usually really good providers. A lot of times they can be great providers. They can be the type where they're gonna always make sure. They may not have to have the best of everything. They don't. They like nice things because Venus is there, so of course beauty and abundance is something that they really, really want. But these people are the type where, as long as they are happy with their family and they are comfortable, as long as they are comfortable, they have a comfortable home, and they have a car to drive in, they have clothing on their back and food on their table, these type of Cuspies are usually pretty much okay with that. They are not going to just go and break their neck to go get the finest things ever. You know, if it comes and they have the money to afford it, they will get them. But that's not something that they're going to get sad or depressed over because they don't have. It's like they're the type of people, they can be somewhat content with just having a normal life, because to them the most important thing to them is going to be their family. That's most important to them, and their family being safe and comfortable. So that means a lot to Libra Scorpio. So yeah, you guys are pretty awesome, but it's just that some of you can be the type that can be sneaky, like, oh sorry you guys, I didn't mean to move that, sorry. Yeah, some of you guys can be really sneaky, sometimes. Yeah, these cuspies will stay in a relationship even though they're no longer in love with the person, or they're not really feeling this person anymore. And they will, like, sometimes the very insecure ones will stay in the relationship until they have, like, basically lost all feelings, or they've met someone else and they've actually built another relationship somewhere else with someone else before they actually release the person that they're actually living with, married to, or in a relationship with, you know. And that is pretty awful, you guys. So yeah, but yeah, these cuspies, you guys, some of you guys may have people that actually stalk you or constantly calling you, and like when after a relationship ends or something, it's probably hard for you guys to really get rid of a female or a guy that you dated. You know, maybe they became obsessed with you, and it was mainly the sex, and they don't want to let go of it because where are they gonna find that at? You know, your love is like crazy, so where are they gonna find that type of love? So of course they're gonna like stalk you and be looking for you with a flashlight in the daytime. The sun is not bright enough. Hello. But yeah, so yeah, be careful, Libra Scorps. You know, you guys can be pretty amazing, but it's just that you guys are big on drama, you guys are big on criticism, and that is why you guys are called the cusp of drama and criticism. And it's not the best cuspy to be born on, but of course life is basically what you make it, and once you learn your personality traits, how you operate, that's when you begin to learn how to control it, and you know, just kind of like get a grip on yourself and your life and your attitude towards different things. You know, if you over dramatize the situation, then learn to not over dramatize it. You know, if you're critical, stop being so critical. You have nothing to be so critical about. Focus on positivity rather than negativity, and that would definitely help you guys out a lot. But overall, you guys, I really like these cuspies. I was actually married to a cuspy, this cuspy, Libra Scorp, and actually he's a wonderful guy, definitely the type of person who was an awesome provider, awesome father, just a great friend, great person, will do anything to help somebody, not necessarily go out of his way, but will help somebody if they need them, and he's available. Okay, so you guys are pretty good people, and you definitely are some loyal friends. You know, if you have a Libra Scorp as a friend, then you definitely have someone that's going to be there for you no matter what the situation is. They're gonna always be a forever friend. And I hope you guys enjoyed my analysis on this Libra Scorpio cusp. And until next time, you guys, I wish you much love, peace, and many wonderful, wonderful, wonderful blessings. Talk to you next time. Bye.